Thank you everybody for coming and not only having Jack's Famous Burgers, but appreciate you guys as friends and new and old and family. And we just are excited to share, our journey and health and wealth and wellness. And it's been, kind of a struggle, but this has been helping us, and we're excited to, have the benefits of it. And we get to have amazing people, mentors, and new community of family. So, um, Levy is a retired naval officer. Um, she's spent many, many years, 25 years in the service. She's dedicated leader in her church, mentor to many inspiring others in commitment in the community. She loves, serving and helping others. She has a passionate for women veterans, and she is a proud mother of, um, let's see, wife of Mike for 24 years. And yeah, she's a mentor to me, and I just love, what I'm learning from her, and very disciplined. The military, and I totally need that in my life right now, in a gentle way. So, Lovey, take it away.
Well, thank you so much for that lovely intro. Yes, we all need discipline in some sort of way, right? But hello, everybody. It's so great seeing all of you. This is so exciting. I am just absolutely thrilled to be here today just to share something that I am genuinely passionate about with all of you. I mean, we really appreciate all of you just joining us today. And wow, we literally have a global audience. So, welcome to each and everyone. But before we dive in, I want to just give you a little bit of background about myself. You've heard a few of it from Rochelle, but I just want to share with you why I'm super excited about Three International. So, as Rochelle said, my name is Lovey. I've been married for over 24 years. Yes, we do have four wonderful children. My eldest is 30, my youngest is 14. And I really want to make sure that I have time for them. So that's really crucial to me. And this platform really allowed me to balance that, my professional ambitions with my personal life. And so that's what I'm really so excited to share with all of you today. I actually joined Three International in May of 2023, and it's really been such a transformative journey for me. Prior to this, I actually was doing a lot of other things. I was in an event planning industry. I still am, but that kind of took just in a back burner now because I really want to focus on my health. After retiring, I really found myself missing a sense of being part of something bigger, right? Because in the military, we really do we make an impact on a global scale, right? So something that really what really resonated with me was Three International and how we're able to reach a global audience, actually just like we have today. So it's really amazing. I love the impact that we make. But when I was introduced to this, I was actually introduced by my good friend Nobird. This global e-commerce platform really offered me such an incredible opportunity to become an entrepreneur. So not just locally, but again, on a global level. So that's super exciting for me. It was really such a perfect fit for me because it really aligns with my goals of having flexibility and more time with my family, especially after years of having such a rigid military schedule. So the freedom to set my own hours is super refreshing. After I retired from the military, I ended up getting diagnosed with a lot of health issues, one of them being having lung disease. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have insomnia. I have degenerative disc arthritis. I also have GERD and a lot of other things, but just a few of things that I've had to deal with since retiring in November of 2017. And these supplements have been incredibly just a life changer for me. It's helped me in numerous ways, being able to sleep a lot better. I don't have to worry about my joints being so achy and or just debilitating for days and weeks on end. And I can go on and continue on all of my just all of the incredible things and benefits that have really has helped me in this journey. But what I'm going to do is I am just both honored and really thrilled to introduce someone very special to all of us. Nilbert is a remarkable individual. He has had such an impressive journey. He also served our country with distinction, also as a naval officer. We actually served together. That's how I know Nilbert. But after retiring from the Navy, he ventured into this entrepreneurial world where he has really continued to shine as a successful business leader and partner. His success in this arena literally reflects his incredible skills and relentless drive. I just absolutely love Nilbert and his family. He's really known for his amazing servant heart and always ready to lend a hand. So it's so exciting that I now have the privilege of being able to work alongside him. I just want to introduce Nilbert Ning. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Lovey. I really appreciate that. That was such a heartwarming introduction, and thank you very much. Welcome to everyone there at Jack and Rochelle's party and occasion. And I also want to welcome everyone that's joining us via Zoom. We have friends both here from the US as well as several of our guests and brand our partners from Asia. I see Tess from the Philippines. I see several of my friends from Malaysia. So we are truly a global company. So this is really one thing. The one of the best things I love about these platforms. I'm here in San Diego, and you guys are there in Utah. Um, Jasmine is in Palm Desert, California, and then of course, we have friends from across the way in Asia. Just a little bit of background on myself. Again, my name is Nilbert, and I served with Lovey in the Navy. Not as long as how many years like Lovey put in. I finished with 22 years. I retired in 2021, and after retiring, my wife and I were kind of figuring out what my next career would be. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. My wife was determining what my next career would be, and we both decided that I was done giving up so much time. So in 22 years with the service, we computed the time away I had from family was close to 11 years. So I really wanted to be able to do something that would allow me to really make up for all that time and spend as much time as I can with my family, with my wife, and we have a 28-year-old son as well. So we decided to become an entrepreneur, do our own business and all that, and we did a couple of traditional business platforms. But around 18 months ago, God decided to take a more active hand in kind of like, I kind of feel like he kind of took my head and like pointed me in, Nilbert, you are going in this direction. That's pretty much how it feels like because everything transpired that allowed me to really see this opportunity. My wife and I just finished a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, and we visited the holy sites. This was right around the time when everything was opening up after the pandemic. So we were there with thousands and thousands of other folks, pilgrims and all that. On our way back, we were in Dubai, and 2 days from flying back to the US, we both got extremely sick with severe symptoms that caused us to be confined to our hotel room. So we were actually very worried that we would be stuck in a foreign country with all these symptoms. Well, as it happened, this nice lady from that tour group that we were in, first time for us to meet her there, offered us, basically, she said, Nilbert, if you're open-minded, you might want to try these all-natural supplements. Who knows, they may help you. So my wife and I took them. We didn't really have anything to lose at that point. So we took them, and the very next morning, To both our amazement, half of our symptoms were gone. Like the sore throat that was so bad, it felt like strep throat times 10, was barely there the next day. And fever was gone. We still had cough and colds, and we still had body aches, but we were well enough to get on the plane and get back safely to the US. When we got back, we did test positive for the Delta variant of the COVID virus. It was the first time for both of us. But all we did was finish up the 5 day supply that we were given. And before the 5 days were up, we were completely symptom free. So as soon as I was free to go out and about, the first thing I really wanted to do was find out what these products were all about, what companies behind this, and basically answer that question, like how can something be that effective that fast? So I attended a presentation very similar to this one right here we're having right now, except it was an in-person presentation. And there I saw what the company was all about. I learned a little bit more about the science behind the products. And that's where I discovered that there was also a global e-commerce opportunity that came with this. And that's when I said, God, thank you so much for allowing this to happen. And I now know where I needed to be. So fast forward to today, 17, close to 18 months later, I am so blessed to be in front of you all, both, physically in Utah, and then our friends in Asia, to be sharing my story and to be sharing this opportunity. After 17 months of being on these products, all I can share with you is that I've gotten a lot healthier. I do have several metabolic conditions where I do have to take prescription medications for, and where I have to take a lab test every 3 to 4 months. Well, my physician just tells me, Nilbert, keep doing what you're doing because your laboratory numbers continuously improves. So I say this to say, as a nutraceutical company, we never claim to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any kind of disease. However, as you heard from Lovey, and as I'm sharing with you what I experienced with the products. It is just, basically a life-changing experience for both of us and for a lot of there's thousands of testimonials that we have. So without further ado, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of who we are. And then when it comes to the product portion, I'm actually going to have my good friend and our business partner, Dr. Fred Williams. We did this Zoom globally a couple of weeks ago, and it was recorded. He would have been here today, except he had a previous engagement. So I'm going to actually tee up the video of him going over the products when we get to that portion, because you're gonna love hearing it from Dr. Williams. Let me share my screen with you and let's get going. So the name of the company is 3 International. You can see there the philosophy and the motto of the company: love yourself, love your family, and love your community. So after retiring from the military, I definitely enjoyed my time. I definitely felt a lot of pride in completing my 22 years of service, because I really felt I was part of something bigger. I really had purpose. So after retiring, I was still looking for that purpose. Even though I was doing my own business, I was still looking for that sense of fulfillment in what I do. And that's why when you pray, God answers, right? So I found this company, and this company is, with this kind of philosophy and goal, was really something I could get behind. The company was founded through a collaboration of very successful international business builders. When I say successful international business builders, I'm talking the caliber where the top two who came together with these entrepreneurs already built a previous platform from zero to over $10 billion in a matter of just over a decade. That's the kind of success. That's the kind of experience I'm talking about. So they combined their efforts and basically founded this company. The company was officially launched here in the US, right there in Lehi, Utah, in May of 2023. This year, we added offices in Hong Kong and in Indonesia. We are truly led by a field leadership that is global and diverse. Like I mentioned, there's this group of very successful entrepreneurs, both from here in the US and from Asia, that are leading this company, showing us how to do this and how to be successful. This is our management team right here. Our founder and CEO is Mr. Daniel Piku. He himself has I would say the proverbial American success story. Kind of one of those rags to riches type of success. He comes from very modest means, very humble beginnings, and has worked his way to become a very successful CEO with a lot of experience in the e-commerce industry. Our Chief Scientific Officer is Dr. Dan Gubler. He has a PhD in organic chemistry from Caltech and simply is the brains behind the remarkable products that we have. And Mr. Troy Moore is our Chief Operations Officer, simply a global logistics wizard when it comes to ensuring that our products are able to get in all the 15 countries and territories that we're in. That's our phase one market right there that you can see. The company pre-launched in all these territories all in the same day last year. And they officially launched the US in May. They officially launched Hong Kong in March of this year. And they just officially launched Jakarta, Indonesia in June of this year. So the company is definitely still in the ground floor, basically building stage. Our business model is a cross-border social e-commerce. Everyone's familiar with how powerful social media has been in our lives. Basically, we know that social media pretty much governs or affects or influences all aspects of our existence right now, not only economics, but everything else, right? And we leverage social media to do an e-commerce platform, and we make sure it's cross-border because, again, we are in 15 countries and territories. Who is our target market? Well, people who want a business opportunity to work on their own time and space. That definitely applied to me, as I mentioned when I was introducing how I got into being an entrepreneur. That definitely applied to Lovey, who was looking for a way to be able to juggle time with family, with a loving husband and 4 children, and still be able to do this. We are also looking for people who want to have better health and wellness. Like after the pandemic, after what the world went through, who does not want to have better health and wellness, right? And lastly, people who want to be connected with a like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. I can tell you right now, and as evidenced by our partners that are actually on right now from the Philippines, from Malaysia, when I had an opportunity to be a global entrepreneur last year, I jumped in with both feet. I was blessed to have been one of the first ones to open up in the Philippines, and I've traveled to Asia several times last year, meeting all these wonderful people from the Philippines, from Malaysia, from Hong Kong, from Indonesia, all different cultures, all different backgrounds, but we all share the same mindset, the same purpose, and the same goal of helping other people get healthier. So it is really like a global community that I'm so blessed to belong to. In our approach to wellness, we are definitely tearing down some old paradigms. I think everyone can agree that people have always been reactive when it comes to wellness, right? People used to wait to get sick before they even start taking medication, before they see the doctor or anything like that, or before they start eating healthy, right? Well, the new paradigm is proactive wellness. We don't need to wait till we get sick before we actually take a more active hand in staying healthy, right? We can make sure we eat the right foods, take the right supplements, live the right lifestyle to stay healthy in the first place. Everyone has probably also heard you are what you eat. I definitely grew up with this. But if you really think about it, you are what you absorb is the new paradigm, because what does it really matter what you put in your body if your body cannot absorb it in the first place, right? Like, it doesn't matter how expensive it is, whatever you're taking, supplements wise or nutrients wise or whatever, if your body cannot absorb them, it doesn't really do you any good, right? Your DNA is your blueprint. I definitely grew up with this as well. I was basically told, hey, you know what? If it's in your genes, that's it. You're stuck with it for the rest of your life. Well, luckily, the future of proactive wellness and lifestyle is basically epigenetics, right? So with the curation of phytonutrients from whole foods and plants, we can actually determine our own health and longevity. This is our scientific advisory board right here. Now, as far as scientific advisory boards go, a lot of nutraceutical companies do have scientific advisory boards. It's pretty standard in this industry, but what differentiates our board from everybody else is this. So everyone you see here, with the exception of our chief science officer, Dr. Gubler, who is part of our corporate team, everyone you see here is a successful medical professional with their own practice, but they are serving on the board on a voluntary basis. That's right. They're not even paid by the company. And to me, that really counts for a lot because these medical professionals right here, they've all experienced remarkable results with the products. They believe in the products, they believe in the company, they believe in the CEO and Dr. Gubler to the point where they actually are putting their own careers and their reputation on the line by being on this board. So to me, that's really a lot of credibility right there. Our science and technology, when it comes to research and development, is based on three pillars. And again, this is one of the many things that differentiate us from other nutraceutical companies out there. So exploration, curation, and absorption. I'm not sure if a lot of you realize, but a lot of nutraceutical companies do what we call white labeling. They just buy third-party ingredients and then they put them together in their own like mixture and then they slap their own label on it and market it as their own. Well, Dr. Gubler and his team, we don't, they don't believe in that. They want to make sure that each and every ingredient we have in our product is actually sourced uh, by our science team. They explore all over the world looking for the right plants, the right ingredients, and the right nutrients. They take them all back to our laboratories in Utah. That's where they curate and formulate all these products, and then they ensure to use the most cutting edge cellular absorption technology. This right here is the main reason why our company is so attractive to medical professionals. The company is already working hand in hand with over 700 medical professionals simply because our products are all in the PDR. So for those of you who are not aware, the PDR is the prescriber's digital reference. It's a database that any prescriber can actually access where they can look up a company, they can look up the products, and they can look up the ingredients to ensure that whatever they're prescribing to their patients is actually safe. So there are thousands of nutraceutical companies out there, especially just here in the US. Only about less than 30 actually have products in the PDR. Of this 30, 22 of them have about a product each. A couple of them have about 2 to 3 products, but 3 International is the only company that has all of our products already accepted into the PDR. So we're very proud of that because it really gives us a lot of credibility. The company also invests millions of dollars and a lot of time and effort to do third-party clinical studies. As Dr. Gubler likes to say, we don't pray that our products work, we don't hope that our products work, and we don't assume that our products work. We know our products work because the company has done its due diligence in doing these third-party clinical studies. These are the same studies that pharmaceuticals do for their own products. I'm just going to give you one example, which is one of my favorites, actually, the cellular absorption and bioavailability study. So this study, what it did was it compared our 6 wellness guardians with the most common organic compound used in any supplement. So that control, which is the most common organic compound, had a 10% absorption capability. I was actually surprised. I was like, I couldn't believe it. 10%? Are you kidding me? So, if I buy a bottle of vitamin C, let's say from, I don't know, Costco, GNC, food stores, or whatever, and let's say I pay $10 for it, I'm actually only getting $1 worth out of that bottle. Where does the $9 go? Well, our body just excretes it out. Well, compared to this, most common organic compound, our six wellness guardians are anywhere from 30 to 95% more absorbable. That's what separates us from everybody else out there. Remember the new paradigm. You are what you absorb, right? And these are our six wellness guardians right here. What I'm gonna do, friends and everyone, I am going to tee up Dr. Williams. And Dr. Williams is, again, a gastroenterologist serving, or he was a gastroenterologist in the St. Louis area for over 25 years. Uh, he basically graduated from Johns Hopkins University, and he's one of those medical professionals that believe that nutrition and lifestyle are the keys to actually achieving, health and longevity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you Dr. Williams.
Well, thank you very much, Norbert, and hello to everybody around the globe. One of the things that's so exciting about this company is that, right now we're thousands of miles apart, but we're all kind of on the same path. It really is quite a remarkable thing. And as Norbert said, the company's only about 17, 18 months old. And I totally expect that in the months and years to come, we're just going to see countless people all around the globe and other markets that have not even been open. So it's a very exciting time to be in the ground floor of this wonderful company. But my job tonight is to talk about our 6 and now 7 products. And as Norbert said, these products are really, really unique in that, as we said, Dr. Gubler, our chief scientific officer, I think the term genius gets thrown around a lot in our societies more often than it should be. But truly, having met this man several times and had the opportunity to talk with him, to listen to him speak, he truly, truly is a genius and a leader in his field. And, he spent years in the pharmaceutical industry working on medications. And then, as he likes to say, he started realizing that a lot of the medications, pharmaceuticals he was trying to develop are already present in nature. God has already given them to us. And so what he has done is go around the world looking at various plants and being able to figure out which ones have physiological medicinal properties, bring them back, and then put them together in ways that every one of our products does not just have a single simple compound in it. It's usually made of literally dozens of sometimes hundreds of different things all put together. And I like to think of it like a symphony where any given individual instrument is beautiful in and of itself. But the real magic is when you put all the instruments together and the symphony performs. And that's the same with our products, that all these individual nutritional compounds are wonderful, but when you're carefully blended by an expert like Dr. Gubler and his team, you get so much more out of these. A couple other things just to mention, everything in our products is 100% natural. It is all from natural plants, minerals, etc. There's no artificial sweeteners, chemicals, etc. We also spend over $3 million a year on third-party testing to assure that we have very pure products with no adulteration with herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, nucleotides, whatever the case may be. So basically what you're getting here is very, very pure natural substances that have been shown to have great medicinal properties. And I think you're not going to find another company on the planet, and another nutraceutical company that has put together such remarkable products. And one last thing before I go through the products, as Norbert said, I've spent my whole career telling patients that you are what you eat. But in reality, as he said, you are what you absorb. You know, a good example is curcumin or turmeric, which I think we've all heard of, which is a wonderful anti-inflammatory herb, as well as it does several other things, anti-cancer, cardioprotective. But you only absorb about 8% of it. So if you swallow it, the other 92% just kind of goes out the other end. And what Dr. Dan and his team have done have either borrowed from the pharmaceutical industry or developed their own technologies that allow for marked increased absorption of these natural compounds from the gut into the bloodstream and then ultimately into the cell. Because if you don't get things into the cell, they really don't have any effect. And as Nilbert said, one of the things that we are showing in our company is that our products actually change how your genes are expressed, which is really quite remarkable. You know, as he said, you know, when I grew up in med school 40 years ago, we were told that, you know, if your dad had a heart attack, well, that's too bad for you. You're going to have one too. It's just the way it is. Your genes are your genes. And now we know absolutely that's not true. Probably about 30% of your health are your genes. The other 70% is your lifestyle, nutrition, exercise, not smoking, etc. And what we do in our life can either turn on good genes or turn off bad genes. And we have studies showing that we turn on genes that increase antioxidants, increase brain factors. We've all heard of GLP-1 in terms of weight loss. We actually increase GLP-1. But on the other side, we turn off genes that cause inflammation. So it's really quite remarkable. Our products are actually altering how your genes are expressed. And that really is probably one of the most important and hottest areas of medicine. And the last thing I say before I talk about the products is, you know, a lot of doctors will kind of just you know, dismiss any kind of a supplement, saying, no, all you need to do is eat a healthy diet and you'll be fine. You know, I think 60, 70 years ago that was true, but unfortunately our fruits and vegetables today are only a fraction of what they were before. They might look pretty, green pepper may be nice and beautiful and green, but if you actually analyze the micronutrients and vitamins and minerals that are in it, it's only maybe 5 or 10% of what it was years ago, because we have such depletion of our soil of micronutrients, all the pesticides and herbicides and fungicides, they all alter how the plants grow. And you're left with something that may look good, but it really doesn't have that much nutrition. And so I absolutely believe that to achieve ultimate fitness and health today, you have to take appropriate supplements. And so with that, I'll go through our products real quick. Our first one is Vitalite, which people like to call our super multivitamin. And yes, it is a multivitamin. And in fact, one of the things about it is, again, it's a 100% natural vitamin. We use a yeast fermentation system that gives you the same vitamins that your body would make or that you would ingest. And I can tell you almost assuredly, if you're taking a multivitamin from a drugstore, it's probably all synthetic. It was made in a lab. And there is a big difference in how your body responds to natural versus synthetic vitamins. But Vitalite is really so much more than that. It also has omega-3, 6, 7, and 9 fatty acids, prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics. It has a berry blend and also a green blend, so you're getting all these phytonutrients. And in fact, there's extracts from over 30 different fruits and vegetables in Vitalite. So what you're really getting is this wonderful combination of pretty much everything you need from a micronutrient standpoint. And I like to think of it as what it kind of fills in whatever gaps may be in your diet. So I think that no matter what your nutritional health, whatever goals are, everybody should be on Vitalite to give you a good base. It's really our foundational product. Next is Revive, which we like to think of as our natural NSAID or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. And I don't want to use any names, but NSAIDs are those drugs you typically take for a headache or some kind of aches and pains. And the problem with those drugs is that if taken long-term, they can increase your risk of kidney damage, liver damage, intestinal bleeding, stomach ulcers. You know, they're just not meant for long-term use. What we have here is a natural product that has wonderful anti-inflammatory properties. And in fact, I'm kind of a weekend warrior type. You know, I work out most mornings with a bunch of guys, and I am never sore the next morning, whereas so many other guys are. And I think it's due to all the anti-inflammatories. But even if exercise is not your deal, just for people who have aches and pains and arthritis and all those kind of inflammatory conditions, this is very effective. It has black cumin seed, boswellia, of course, curcumin, mushroom blend, grapeseed extract. I mean, all these wonderful anti-inflammatories that, again, all come together and cut down on inflammation. And again, just to drive home the point, they're all put together in a way with advanced delivery technologies that actually get these wonderful natural compounds into your cells where they have the anti-inflammatory effect. Next is Immune, which is our immune modulating product. And I think probably this was what allowed Norbert and his wife to get better so quickly. It really helps to enhance the immune system. It doesn't make it overly active or underactive. It just kind of puts it in the middle where it's supposed to be. You know, you don't want your immune system to be too active, or that can give you allergies or autoimmune diseases. If it's underactive, that sets you up for infections or even cancer. So it's kind of right in the middle. It has vitamins A, C, D, E, zinc, selenium, elderberry, quercetin, which is a wonderful antihistamine if you suffer from allergies. And also it has something called nanosilver. And what studies have shown is that immune really tends to help with people who have gastrointestinal problems like gas, bloating, irregular bowel habits. A lot of that is due to having bacteria in your intestinal tract that aren't supposed to be there, so-called bad bacteria. And what this combination of vitamin C, quercetin, and nanosilver does is it actually disrupts these bad bacteria, prevents them from being able to function the way they are. And this then gives your body the chance to attack them more effectively and get them out of your body for good. Next is Purify, which is our detoxifier. I think detoxification is one of the most important things now. You know, there's been studies done showing that adults can have as many as 600 foreign compounds in their blood. I mean, if you think about that, 600 compounds. Now, not all of those are dangerous or toxic, but certainly a number of them are. And the problem is, a lot of times when you get them into your bloodstream, it can be very hard to get rid of them. And what the compounds in Purify do is they tie up these unnatural, so to speak, compounds and render them in a much better way for them to be easily or more easily secreted by the excretory organs of the body, the skin, liver, lungs, kidneys, and intestines. So basically, this can help to drive down the amount of toxic chemicals and heavy metals in your body, which can be a source of a lot of different medical problems. Next is Eternal. This is our anti-aging antioxidant. It has liposomal glutathione. Glutathione is probably the most powerful antioxidant that's been discovered. The trouble with it is if you just take it orally, it's very, very poorly absorbed. Typically, you have to get it through an IV, which, you know, you need to go to an infusion center. It's expensive, it's time consuming. But again, using these delivery technologies, in this case, liposomal technology, you can take it orally and get very good absorption. It also has 200 milligrams of resveratrol, which is what's in the skins of red grapes. It gives it its health properties. 200 milligrams is a huge amount. I forget how many hundreds of glasses of wine you'd have to drink to get that many milligrams of resveratrol. And then another thing it has is CoQ10. CoQ10 helps the mitochondria in your cells to work. Mitochondria are the little power plants in every cell in your body that provide the energy to the cell for the cell to be able to do what it needs to do. If your mitochondria are not working well, your cells don't work well. And one of the major constituents of the mitochondria are CoQ10. So we have plenty of that. And one other thing I'd say is so many people around the world are on statins for high cholesterol. And one of the side effects of statins is that they drive down CoQ10. So this product helps to replace that so that you don't have that issue. Next, the last of our 6 initial products is Collagen, which is our collagen product. It has 5 grams of marine collagen. Studies have shown that marine collagen is probably the best for skin and nails and hair relative to, say, bovine or poultry. We have an interesting system. We do what we call collagen cycling. You take one package of the collagen for 10 days in a row, and then you don't take any for 20 days. The reason for this, it's been found that if you take a high quality collagen product day after day after day, your body kind of says, oh, I guess I'm getting all the collagen I need. I don't need to make any. And then the body actually starts to decrease collagen production. So we give you a high quality product for 10 days and then tell your body to, you know, get to work. And one of the things that's in collagen is um, um, uh, pomegranate juice extract, and it's been found that pomegranate juice extract increases collagen production. It also has vitamin C, biotin, a couple other things that are all good for your skin, but not only skin, but for your joints, your nails, hair, and your immune system. And I can tell you that these two products, Eternal and Collagen, have wonderful cosmetic effects. And we're going to be talking about our third product in just a minute. But these together, in terms of anti-aging, especially in terms of their effect on the skin, is really remarkable. So those are our 6 products that we've had for the last 17 months. But just at our annual conference a couple of weeks ago, they introduced the latest product, which is Visage, which is our super serum. You actually apply it to your face predominantly, anywhere, but predominantly your face. And it's actually the first neurocosmetics. Some other companies have claimed they have neurocosmetics, but if you get into the nitty gritty, it's not really true. And what this means actually is that when you apply this to your skin, there are nerve endings in the skin. Obviously there is, because you can feel heat or cold or pain or whatever. This actually gets into those nerve endings, causes stimulation of the nerves that go all the way back to your brain. And then what that does is it causes your brain to actually release neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and DHEA, all of which tend to be mood enhancing. And there are initial studies with Visage actually showing that people who take this actually have improved mood. So it's actually truly a neurocosmetic, but it's more than that. Also, because of the neurofeedback from your brain, as well as the direct effects of the Visage on your skin, you get wonderful effects in terms of your skin, in terms of decreased wrinkles, more hydration, plumpness, more elasticity. Overall, the studies are quite remarkable, showing people's improvement in their skin in just a matter of days. And again, they haven't done it, but I can only surmise that when you put this together with the Eternal and the Collagen, I think we're going to see some remarkable cosmetic changes in people, not to mention just their general overall feeling of health. So we have these 7 products. Each one of them by themselves is kind of a standalone product, but again, to use the symphony analogy, each one is a beautiful instrument, but when you put them all together is when the magic really starts to happen. So I will stop there and send it back to Nilbert.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening to Dr. Williams. I love like how he goes over the products. It's I learn something new every single time I listen to him. So that's an overview of our products, and I'm just going to walk you through just a couple of slides just to give you an overview of the global e-commerce opportunity that actually came with this platform. Now, I mentioned, just like Lovey, my background is in the military, 22 years of it. I don't have any experience in this industry whatsoever. So I am actually very grateful that the company has such a turnkey business system. So the company provided me my own website that was already e-commerce ready. I didn't have to build it. The company provided me my own back office that allows me to manage and track my business literally from anywhere. Like I normally do it here from San Diego, but I've done it from the Philippines, I've done it from Hong Kong, and I've done it from other areas as well when I was on travel. So, I love that flexibility. The company also provides all the marketing and media tools I need to promote the business. I didn't have to create these beautiful slides right here, or we have access to so many videos about our products and all that. The company provides all that. And last but not least, the company provides a comprehensive training system and a global support community. Now, these are the multiple ways people can choose to generate income with this platform. I say choose because it is totally up to the individual how they want to do this. If even they want to do it in the first place. We have a lot of folks who get introduced to the products and just love being product users. But we also have a lot of people who, after experiencing amazing results with the products, choose to do one or several or all of these ways to generate income. The first one is retail commissions, which is so seamless and so easy. You have a retail link when you choose to do this as a business. You share this link with friends, family, colleagues. The link will take them directly to the website of 3 International where they can order the products. 3 will ship the products directly to their door, regardless of where they're at in the 15 countries and territories that we're in. And the very next day, the company drops your commission in your digital wallet, just like that. No need to stock up on inventory. No need to, I hear back in the day, people buy them in wholesale, store them in their garage or something, and then have to retail it one by one. Too much work, if you ask me. Next one is introductory bonuses. So if you share this opportunity with friends, family, or guests or whatever, when they choose to do this with you as a business builder, as a business partner, on their first enrollment, the company provides you an introductory bonus, kind of like a sign-on bonus, so to speak. It can range anywhere from $25 all the way to $350, kind of like an upfront cash in your pocket bonus. Commission overrides. So for those people who decide to do this more long term and they decide to like build it, build a network, build a team, there is a commission override system that is global and seamless. Because like I mentioned, we are in 15 countries and territories. We even have some of our business partners from Malaysia and the Philippines on. They earn commission exactly the same way I earn commission here in the US. So they're, basically they even earn in US dollars. So again, to have a global and seamless commission system is just it's just perfect for this platform. Referral matching bonuses. This actually is one of my favorites. A lot of companies do have referral programs where, if you recommend or refer someone to work with the company gives you like a one-time check, one-time bonus, something like that. Well, the company's referral matching program is recurring on a weekly basis, and it goes 7 levels deep. I mean, how amazing is that? It's very robust. So, for example, I refer, let's say, Lovey to the business. So she does, she earns commission on a weekly basis. The company will actually provide me, as a thank you, a matching bonus on her weekly commissions. And then if she refers other people, that person refers other people, it goes all the way 7 levels deep. So very robust. The last 2 are revenue sharing programs that the company has. The first one, Global Bonus Pool, is a 3% revenue sharing program that the company awards to those who have actually reached a certain rank with the company. The last one is a Founders Pool. It works very similar, so I'm just going to explain how that works for the Founders Pool. It's a 2% revenue sharing program where the company takes 2% of the global revenue or sales of the company on a weekly basis. They will divide that into shares and distribute that to all the founders in the company. So I guess the 2 follow-up questions or logical questions that follow is that what kind of numbers are we talking about? And 2, the company is already 17 months in. Is there still an opportunity to become a founder? Well, I'm going to tell you in the next couple slides. When people hear this opportunity, they have 2 choices, 2 options that they can choose from. They can become a retail customer, just try the products at full retail price, or they can choose to become a business builder. I can tell you right now, a lot of people actually choose option number 2, and this is the reason why. Option number 2 only entails 2 simple steps. One is you're enrolled as a brand ambassador for a $30 annual membership fee. Anyone who's familiar with a Costco membership or a warehouse membership, that's exactly how it works. It's an annual fee for $30. And when you do that, you actually get the products at wholesale price, which is, definitely better value than retail price, right? If you want to stop there, that's it. You're more than welcome to like just stay at that point. You're already saving money anyway. But along with your $30, along with the option to have or at least the ability to have access to products at wholesale price, you also get your own website, your own retail link, and the opportunity to actually do any of the streams of income that I mentioned 2 slides ago. And then the second step, you just choose an enrollment package. All our package are designed to save, basically to give you the best value for your money. So Regardless of which size package you choose, they're anywhere from 15 to 30% cheaper than the wholesale price compared to buying the products individually. Again, we have 4 different packs because we understand everyone comes from a different background. So we always recommend, you get in where you fit in. I'm just going to highlight the last one, which is a very special pack, and this will answer the 2 questions we have from the 2 previous slides. So the Founders Pack is our best valued pack because it actually gives you the products at 30% below wholesale. There's about $1,200 worth of products included in this package for free. But the main perk of this is that I think the name could have given it away. It's the Founders Plus Pack. People who invest in the Founders Pack also get the position of founder with the company. So when I saw this 17 months ago, I definitely jumped on it with both feet. I actually forgot about all the other packs because I was thinking about the 2% revenue sharing program. Now, I'm not a math wizard by any means, but my like college level math basically tells me is that so the company 17 months old has already done over $100 million in global revenue. Okay. This year in the month of March alone, when the company launched Hong Kong, they did 10 million just for the month of March. In June, when they launched Indonesia, I don't even have the numbers for that yet, but we all know how much larger, like how many times larger Indonesia's population is compared to Hong Kong, right? So it's only a matter of time when the company will definitely be a multi-billion-dollar company. Again, I'm looking at the trajectory of how fast the company is growing. We were number 2 fastest growing e-commerce platform last year with 600% in growth. So, and we're still on the ground floor. So I know where it's going to go, right? Can you imagine 2% of a multi-billion-dollar in sales annually? So that's what you get with the Founders Pack. A lot of my friends over here, like I can see on the Zoom, even Jack and Rochelle have decided to take advantage of this pack and become founders with the company. Now you can see there it's limited time and quantity only. The company only released a certain amount of these packs. Once they're gone, that's it. It won't be available anymore to the North American market. So that means there will be no more opportunity for those of us here in the North American continent to actually avail, to become a founder. So if this is something that even like interests you or intrigues you, please definitely, either get with Jack and Rochelle if you're there in that party that's going on right now, or if you're a guest on the Zoom, please definitely get back with the person who invited you. That, folks, is just a quick overview of our products, our company, and the global e-commerce opportunity that actually came with it. So I really want to thank you for your time. I know there's a lot of information that was provided to you. Please do me a favor. Please get back with the person who did invite you to this, or if you're right there, you can ask Jack and Rochelle. Let them know which part intrigued you the most. Now, I'm going to turn this over to our friend and business partner, Jasmine. Jasmine is a yoga instructor. Actually, she's a nationally ranked yoga instructor, for several years. She's a national competitor. Such an amazing person. She has simply what I would call really blessed testimony when it comes to the products and her health and her journey for health and wellness. She's definitely been a blessing to both Lovey and myself. I just got to meet Jasmine through this to this opportunity. So again, this opportunity has provided me with so many blessings, not only for my own personal health, but just getting in touch with people like Lovey, like Jasmine, like my friends and business partners from across the world right here that are on the Zoom right now. So, Jasmine, please take it away.
Thank you, Milbert. Thank you, Lovey. And hi, Jack and Rochelle and all of the friends there in Utah. I'm so excited to be able to be on this Zoom, and I wish I could be there in person with all of you. Just a fun story, how I met Jack and Rochelle was 30 days ago in Utah. She was my Lyft driver from the airport to my hotel for our 3 International convention. And we just got to small talk. She was just so friendly with me and asked me, what I was there for. And I told her about the convention. I think we had maybe up to 2,000 people there attending. And I just asked her, would you like to come? And I told her it was a health and wellness business. And she was like, I'm into health and wellness. I used to work for a doctor. And she was just so excited and open to taking a look at our conference. And luckily it was still open and available to sign up. So she showed up the next day looking super beautiful. And then I feel like we've become best friends since then because we've just have share the same interests. And that was definitely a divine appointment. I felt like God had blessed me with just a wonderful new best friend. And then Jack flew in the next day and she asked him if he wanted to come, and he came. And the company was so generous, they just let him come in and without even having to pay for his ticket. So anyway, it's so exciting that you're all here to just hear about what they've been up to since we met last month. And just a little bit of my story is that I was diagnosed with lupus nephritis when I was 21, and I'm turning 47 next month. And my story is actually, I come from really unhealthy lifestyle. Through college, I was bulimic, and I just pretty much destroyed my body to the point where I was in the ICU for a week. I had a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot in my lung, and I was fighting for my life. My mom had the whole world praying for me, family members in the Philippines and all over the world, because yeah, that was pretty devastating. How could someone so young end up in the hospital for a week? So that's a little bit of my story. I have a kidney disease. It's called, lupus nephritis. So I do infusions once a month for my kidneys. I've had issues with my pancreas, my liver. I've had 4 gum grafting surgeries. I've, had a lot of physical pain through all these years, the 25 years I've had this condition. And just last year, I was actually introduced by a mutual best friend in San Diego. I went to college there. And Lovey right here was the one that introduced me to the business. My friend told me, Lovey actually had a lot of health challenges too. And she's actually a nurse, our best friend, and she had kind of cared for me when I was very ill, and introduced me to Lovey. And Lovey was like, shared the products with me. And just about 4 months ago, I was able to get on all the products. And last week, actually, with my GI doctor appointment, he said that all my labs have been normalizing, and it's been miraculous. I told my husband I'm actually been married for 22 years. We have 2 boys. They're 19 and 12. My 19-year-old is actually attending my alma mater at San Diego State right now. He's his second year, and my younger son is 12. But when I was diagnosed originally, I was told by doctors not to have children because it would exacerbate my condition and I would, be risking my life. I had to do injections in my stomach every day throughout my pregnancies with them. I had postpartum depression after. I've just been through a lot of physical pain and suffering. And so to be where I'm at now, and the doctor's telling me everything's normalizing, my liver enzymes aren't high anymore, my pancreas is no longer insufficient. I had this insufficiency where I was always bloated because my pancreas doesn't produce enzymes that break down food. My kidneys don't function well. And no one can believe that now because of, what I'm able to do with my body. Especially, I became a yoga instructor last year. I've been practicing, but I actually got certified last year, and I've been competing on a national level for the past 6 years, just as a message for people in gratitude for my life that God has the power to heal. And so when this business came about, I really felt like God put a new purpose in my life to that this could help other people to be well and to be free from their ailments and what they suffer from. And that's what I appreciate about Jack and Rochelle, because I feel they have the same calling and love for helping other people feel better, and they really genuinely care for people. And even though we just met like last month, we had every meal together from that point. We had lunch, we had dinner, we had lunch, we had dinner. The whole time we were there in Utah, and we were just spending so much time together. And I feel like, just kindred spirits, I guess, and like soul sisters almost. Like we have just this love for helping other people. And as you guys probably know them, so well that they wouldn't jump into something that wasn't, something that was, you know, just something that could help other people. So I just feel so grateful that we've met, and I wish, we could be there. We're talking about, oh, it'd be so fun to just fly over there and be part of that party. I'm sure Jack made a great barbecue or whatever food you guys had there. And, we just look forward to, helping them to continue to grow in their mission in life and help them fulfill their dreams, because it's really exciting to see them, and their journey with our company. But yeah, thank you for allowing me to share briefly here, and I look forward to, connecting with you guys in the future.
Thank you, Jasmine. That was a very lovely. I love listening to your story because again, Lovey and I have heard, your testimony several times, but it always kind of makes me a little teary-eyed, like how far you've gone in this journey. So, friends, thank you so much for your time. To everyone there at Jack and Rochelle's, thank you so much for supporting Jack and Rochelle, and then to everyone else who's on the Zoom, who joined us from all over, including Malaysia and I'm not sure if there's Hong Kong, but Philippines for sure. Thank you so much for your time. This is Nilbert from San Diego, signing off, and